It's a very windy day here.
It's very windy.
You can hear everything.
You'll probably hear the wind chimes, just FYI.
If nothing else. So, hello.
Hello.
I'm Candace.
I'm Natalia.
And this is Not a Single Fork, just another podcast about food and cooking, but we're keeping it real.
Real. What do you got today? I see you have some printouts.
I do. You know how I love printouts. I love lists. It's part of my life.
It is. What are you going to talk to me about?
Well, I started down a rabbit hole, as I am prone to do at times, especially about retro food.
Okay.
And
is there a reason you went down this rabbit hole?
You know, just random thoughts.
Okay.
And I love to I don't necessarily love to cook retro food, but I love to look back at what we used to eat and say, oh my God.
Some of that shit's so weird. I mean, we did a Salisbury steak, and that was weird, but that's retro.
Yeah.
You know, but it's
meatloaf is considered retro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that ever went out of style here.
Yeah. But it stirs up nostalgia, and you know, people get really emotional about food. Yeah. Not just, you know, like if you have emotional eating where, you know, you get overweight because you eat because you're sad, depressed or whatever. I don't eat when I'm depressed, so I guess I need to be depressed.
I do, sadly. When I'm sad, or like comfort food, comfort eating. I do that. Yeah. But I do it with like popcorn, you know, or like chips, or like shit that.
You know what? I forgot to do something.
What?
I forgot to unlock our front door.
Okay. She's going to go unlock the front door. And then we're going to talk about some retro foods that are making a comeback?
Yes, they are, in one way or another. I'm speaking from the great beyond.
She's coming back.
That's what I love about doing your own podcast. You can do whatever you want.
That's right. No rules, just right.
No rules, just right. Exactly. Okay,
so what do you got for me? You haven't read these to me.
I have not read. This is a cold read.
Yes.
So it's like a cold table read. We're starting off with one of my personal favorites, Jell-O.
I don't understand Jell-O. I didn't grow up with Jell-O. Let me rephrase. Yes. I remember it was not the Jell-O that you guys eat, but it was a gelatin type product, but it had fruit in it.
In the Jell-O?
Yes.
I mean, in the like powder?
No. It wasn't powder. In the end product, there was like chunks of fruit in it.
Oh, so
is that something else? Is that like a trifle?
No. I mean, we put fruit in Jell-O
as well. I've never had that here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They used to, like in cafeterias, especially.
Okay.
Yeah, fruit in Jell-O.
Yeah.
Especially weird fruit.
Like canned oranges or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's things that you shouldn't ever eat I recall, anyway.
But I did not grow up eating Jell-O, and so not only is there no nostalgia there for me, but I don't like it.
I don't like Jell-O. I grew up on Jell-O.
You did?
Yeah.
As a kid, you ate Jell-O?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was just one of those things. It was just, I just think that was one of those things that you just made, Jell-O.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those.
Well, it was cheap and it was quick and it was easy.
Well, and it was trendy, but it was one of those things where it wasn't necessarily, I mean, nothing really was considered, and as far as food when I was growing up, nothing was like cool. But Jell-O was just an accepted way of life.
It was like science, because all you have to do is buy this powder, right? And
you'd add boiling water, a cup of boiling water and a cup of cold water, stir it up and throw it in the fridge. And molds were big. I still have molds from my mom. She had a fish mold.
But that
why would you mold it into
that wasn't Jell-O. That was gelatin.
No.
Like you'd end up with like a blue Jell-O fish.
Yeah, or green or red.
Oh, yeah. And like, here's your wobbly dessert.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I am a sucker for Jell-O shots.
Oh, well, but that's different.
Because I am a sucker for Jell-O shots. I do like it in that aspect. I don't like taking just like liquor shots. Because I get all gaggy, and it's they're so strong. I mean, like you take a shot of tequila or take a shot of vodka, it's like, what is wrong with you? Because we're grown-ups, right? We're supposed to be anyway. But Jell-O shots, which is also for children, I feel like. But
really.
But
But like, you can do some really like cool Jello shots.
Yeah, some fun ones.
Yeah,
yeah,
a bespoke Jello
if you will. Yes.
Spot shot.
Yeah,
but they're saying that it's coming back in molded desserts, layered fruit desserts.
What was the okay? There's you said that now. I'm thinking you said layered. I also recall like a white, like a layered Jello dessert, but there was like a white, like almost milky looking layer. What is that? Was that Jello too? Is that just a different, like a solid white, like not see-through?
We would put, no, I did not. My mother would put sour cream.
What?
It was a it was a strawberry Jello dessert.
Okay.
That was layered, and she would put sour cream
between the Jello.
The Jello, and then there would be strawberries in the Jello, and then it was very fancy. Sour cream and then more Jello.
I was thinking I'm talking about like a tapioca or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember. That's weird. Did you eat that?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I guess I did.
Now that you're saying,
but it's it's like that tangy with.
I gotta look at shit now too, because I remember like a creamy almost jelly.
Well, like aspic.
Was that
Aspic's
creamy?
kind of creamy.
But I mean, aspic was savory.
It usually. Are you saying this is a dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, they used to have. We're really going to go throwback here. There was a Jello product that it was called 1, 2, 3.
Look, this is white stuff.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Tres leches Jello.
That's just.
Yes, I've had that before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just putting like milk
and Jello.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, it's there too.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but you know what? That's like. I don't know how to describe. I don't know how to describe that. I don't think that's Jello. I think that's like some other product.
Okay.
Maybe it's gelatin with something mixed into it, but it's not Jello.
Oh God, it took me to TikTok.
Yeah, but that's a tres. Yeah,
that's those tres leches.
We're gonna see. Oh, they have blue. See blue? Yeah, blue Jello.
You've never seen blue Jello?
Well, I have, but I don't get it. I don't get blue Jello. It's not a color.
Yeah, it's milk. It's milk. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. So I've had it like that before. So what we're looking at is something like this.
Yeah.
You see that? Where it's like white, not necessarily in a bundt pan, but it's like white and okay.
Yep.
There she goes.
Yep. And she goes in the back of our picture.
Yeah, okay.
That was my other daughter.
Most of your daughters love to do this
they
shit.
love to walk around the background of our podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, okay.
But aspic is a type of gelatin thing.
But aspic is savory.
Typically, yeah. I think, yes. But it's nasty too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't like gelatinous texture.
Yeah.
It's gross. Okay, that's enough.
It's weird.
That's enough
it's
about
a weird
Jell-O.
texture.
If we do this on every single item, we're going to be here.
We're not going to.
We're going to be here a long time.
What's the next one?
Fondue.
Oh, I love fondue.
Do you fondue?
I don't. I have a little fondue pot.
I do too. I have a fondue pot.
I haven't used it in forever. I used to love getting it out and like using it, but like
it was so. I mean, I remember doing it. I remember doing that in the 70s.
Yeah, that was big
when
in
it
the 70s.
Was like so fun. And,
yeah.
But my mom didn't want to do cheese fondue. What we did was boiling oil, and we could dip meat and vegetables in it, and then she would have like dipping sauces.
So your mom did it for you?
No. We all dipped it. I mean, we all.
But yeah, it was a dinner.
It was a dinner thing.
Oh,
yeah, it was a fun dinner thing.
Yeah. No, cheese is the best.
I know.
Cheese or chocolate, not the oil.
Not the oil. Yeah, but that was the way that I grew up with it. But now, I mean, if I was going to do fondue, it would be cheese.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Now, see, I don't see this as a retro food, but okay, deviled eggs.
Yeah, I get that. Because it feels like grandma, right? Like I think it
like
feels
old
like
picnics back in the day.
Yeah. Even though I feel like deviled eggs never went out, kind of like
meatloaf,
like we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't think deviled eggs ever went out, but it does feel more like, oh, great Auntie Sue's bringing her famous deviled eggs. Like, It's like one of those things, right? Like,
and they were really never very good.
I don't really, or it was one of those where it's like, I don't really like eggs, but like, I love grandma's deviled eggs, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So. Well, we have a restaurant here in town who does, well, I'm sure more than one, but they do some really creative deviled eggs fillings.
Yeah.
With like wasabi and
bacon
and
just different stuff.
Roasted red peppers. Yeah, they're really good. But I love deviled eggs.
I saw a deep fried deviled egg on a menu somewhere. I can't remember.
How do you deep fry deviled egg?
How do you deep fry ice cream? I mean,
well, I know how to do that, but a deviled egg you have the egg, the white that's hard, and then you have the ins. I don't know how you would do that.
I didn't order it.
Okay. Well, moving on. This is one I don't believe. Tuna noodle casserole.
What do you not believe about it? That it should be food?
That it's making a comeback.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're jazzing it up somehow.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what tuna noodle casserole is?
No.
Oh, well.
Is it tuna from a can?
Yes.
Oh, no.
And you just throw it in with noodles and usually like cream of mushroom soup.
Oh, no. The only thing I've ever done with tuna in a can is make a sandwich or have like mayonnaise with crackers.
No, we often had tuna.
I didn't know you could make it nice and warm.
And then you put like potato chips on the top. You crunched up potato chips. That was the top of your crunchy casserole.
Oh no.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
No, thank you.
Thing.
And now they're saying, here's another one: TV dinners.
I don't think so.
I don't think TV dinners though ever went out of style.
You don't?
No.
Oh, I do.
Look at all the choices.
No, I think they've all gone out of style. Now, I think that
you mean like the traditional with the little patty and the mashed potatoes and
like the traditional TV dinner.
Yeah,
I think that people on a diet still get the healthy choice or whatever
lean cuisine
to throw in the microwave. But I don't know anybody that eats TV dinners, and I know people that eat all the other things.
Oh, really? Nobody eats TV dinners?
I don't think it's a thing.
Well,
unless it's
maybe you have special friends.
Maybe it's just for old people that live by themselves and that are sad.
Okay. Next, just pigs in a blanket.
I don't think those have ever gone out of style.
I love a good pig in a blanket.
I love
those.
Like, it's almost comical because I feel like my mom will make them for me, like for my birthday. Like it's like,
well, and we do.
But mine's a sausage roll.
Yeah, we do a grown-up pig in a blanket with puff pastry and little smokies.
Yeah, because those little tiny sausages are not something that I grew up with either.
I love those so much.
I don't.
They're so bad for
I don't
you.
love them.
They're so processed.
Yeah, I don't love those.
Oh my God. Because not only are they like a hot dog process, but they're smoked. So they have all that
extra
smoke chemical in them. But
with some caramelized onions and wrapped in puff pastry
and honey mustard.
I love honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
I love honey mustard.
Okay. Classic cocktails.
What does that mean?
Like old fashions, like Manhattan.
I don't think those have gone out of style. I think that I can see that they're coming back and they're making a comeback, but I don't think
like a gin Ricky.
Yeah, that might be one, but
I just pulled that out.
An old fashioned or a Manhattan, I don't think has ever gone out of style because I've known people that drink them all the time.
Yeah, well, my family, they were big Manhattan drinkers. Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Was there another cocktail on there? Oh, Negroni, you drink that all the time.
Yeah, I don't think. Martinis.
But martinis
came back in a style. Well, I don't think they really ever went out of style.
I don't think they went out of style at all. But like you can go to places now and they have like happy hour $4 or $5 martinis.
Yes.
And that is just, guys, if you don't know what a martini is,
it's just alcohol.
It's literally just cool, chilled, alcohol, either vodka or gin. Like it is, you might as well just take a fucking shot.
I know.
It's
yeah, I don't know.
I remember one time.
I like a dirty martini.
Yeah, but I have to. If I'm drinking a dirty martini,
I want a lot of olive juice.
I want a lot of olive juice, and I'm in a mood. I am. It is like murder or martini. Like that's like it is like run for the fucking hills if I'm ordering a dirty martini.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make a note of that.
Make a mental note, everybody. I'm gonna tell a story.
Okay.
I will never forget.
I'm ready.
My friend Susan, who moved to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
This was years ago. I mean, years, like maybe 4 or 5.
That was years.
Years and years and
years ago.
And we would do stuff for each other's birthday as friends do. And like, we went out, we had a good time. We had dinner, we had drinks, then we had more drinks, then we had more drinks. And then we ended up at Majestic.
Okay.
Which is a club, a gay dance club here in town. And it might have been the last time I've been there. Not for this reason, but we bumped into some people we knew. I was over here talking to some people I knew. She was at the bar. She was more drunk than I was because it was her birthday. So,
okay.
We allow that. And it was like a slow motion, like I was over here talking to whoever, and she was over there, and la 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 la. And the bartender was like, what can I get you? And I can't hear. You can't hear because it's loud, but you can see, right? And she's like, I want a martini, and I was like, and it was one of those slow motion things where the bartender was like handing her a martini, and I was like, no, because there were so many drinks that had happened that at the end of the night
was going to be bad.
Oh God, and it was. And I couldn't get to her in time, and she drank it, and it was like, she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, fuck. And then she ate cigarettes.
She ate cigarettes.
She was like, neither one of us smoke. We got kicked out. We didn't get kicked out, but the club shut down and we were out in the streets. This sounds so bad.
This is so bad.
It was a really memorable night because there were people like out in the street dancing on cars and stuff.
God.
Like, it was really funny. It was like out of a movie.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
And I remember just like standing there, and we were like, I was like, let's get some fresh air. Like I was nowhere near where she was. But still, everyone was outside still chatting it up. The club had shut down. It's like, what do you want to do? Like, blah, blah, blah. And again, another one of those, like, what is happening? Like, next thing I know, she's talking to a stranger, and she's like, I want a cigarette. And I'm like, neither one of us smoke, right? And the cigarette is in her mouth backwards, and she's, like, chomping on it.
Oh, no.
And I was like... So now do you remember that time you had a martini and ate a cigarette? Yeah. I mean, she only took like one bite out of it, but it was in her mouth. The filter was like, I was like, oh dear. If we're gonna do this, let's at least have a little filtration on this. So anyway, that's my last martini. But I've gone to places and I see like $4 or $5 martinis, and I'm like, no, I don't want to eat cigarettes.
And it's usually awful vodka or gin.
Yeah, it's
it's not like it's
If it's on happy hour, if you order your own, you can get whatever the fuck you want. But like, again, and as a bartender, I look at people differently when they order martinis. I think, holy shit, you have had a rough day at work, or you're going through a divorce, or like you need that. You need it. You know what I mean? Like, or you're a fucking alcoholic.
Well. When my dad was living, which this was back in the mid 60s, my mom, when he would get home from work, and he was a business owner, he was high powered and all that shit. She would always have a martini for him when he got in from work, and she would always drink a martini with him because that's what you did as a good wife back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would drink martinis when he got home from work.
Multiple.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, without question.
It's like I see people now, and I mean, I get it. Like, I'm not knocking you, but like, I see people now that like will take a glass and just put vodka in it and drink it, and I'm like
my mom did.
Your mom did do that, but I think she'd lost a lot of her taste buds. Like, I think it could have been in it. It could have been rubbing alcohol. She wouldn't have known. I'm like, when that happens, when I see that, I'm like, A, you're an alcoholic, or B, shit is hitting the fan. Like, it's bad news bears.
Yeah.
I hope.
Okay. Well, now you've heard our opinion on martinis, at least Natalia's.
My bad.
Next one is meatloaf. We've already visited meatloaf.
Well, did we talk about it on camera? Or were we talking about it off camera? I can't remember.
Well, yeah, we just mentioned it. But, we did a video on meatloaf. Because I think people still love meatloaf.
I think meatloaf is like deviled eggs. I don't think it ever went anywhere. I think everyone has always been eating meatloaf.
I think in this part of the country.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
No one ever stopped making meatloaf.
No.
I think it was always a thing. I don't like meatloaf.
The only thing I want in a loaf is bread.
Yeah. I don't want meat in a loaf.
You can put meat in a bowl and I'll eat it.
Yeah. Okay. There you have it.
Sorry.
Retro candy.
What's retro candy?
I don't know. I'm going to read about it. Nostalgic candies and sweets. It doesn't say what they are.
Like Swedish fish?
Like
Bit-O honey? Was it Bit-O honey?
Bit-O honey.
What is that?
It's like it's a taffy.
Oh.
It's not terribly sweet, and I guess it originally was
made of honey.
I doubt that it's made of honey anymore. But it was one of those things if you were a kid and you got a bite of one. Well, first of all, it would break your teeth. Because,
it's hard.
Well, it shouldn't be. It should be. But it's very hard to,
I think taffy is nostalgic. Is old.
Yeah. Saltwater taffy.
Taffy in general.
Yeah. So it's taffy-ish.
Taffy.
Then once as a kid, you'd get a bite of it and it'd be like, it's not sweet. I mean, it's not like having
it looks like
a Snickers or whatever.
Isn't it the color of poo?
No, well, baby poo maybe.
Maybe when you're sick poo. Yeah.
Sick, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Gold.
It's
kind of gold color.
I don't know. It's so funny to me that you still go to movie theaters and they have all that shit. Like the movie theaters, like the snow dots.
Like what are those things? Those
snow dot
goody.
good and
plenty.
Good and plenty.
Yeah.
Good and
what
feeling.
Is that?
Yeah.
What are those?
Jelly beans? They're like jelly beans, I
are
think.
They?
Aren't they the long
long.
They look like pills?
Yeah, they look like
what are those little were they snow caps? Snow cones? Snow. They're look like little kisses, but they're covered in white.
I don't know.
I
don't eat those. Oh,
you know what I mean.
They're like peppermint. They're peppermint.
No, those are nonpareils.
Oh, no, that's not that. But these are like it's chocolate.
Yeah.
Candy coating or something.
Yeah.
But they're peppermint. I don't know what they're called.
I don't know.
But they're
I'm looking.
You find them?
No.
Peppermint covered chocolate. Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, don't go down.
Mike and Ike. That's what you were.
Mike and Ike.
Yeah.
But Good and Plenty is the same kind
thing.
Of thing. Yeah.
There was a lot of. I feel like, and I'm going to say this wrong. I know there's 2-3 ways of saying it. I feel like there was a lot of nougat is like a retro thing for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that was in a lot of candies.
Yeah. Nutty. Oh no, don't go there.
Licorice.
Oh God.
Licorice is retro.
Yeah. I hate licorice.
Oh, I fucking hate licorice.
That's so terrible.
I can eat red licorice.
I love anise.
Yeah, and fennel.
Fennel.
Is fine.
I love fennel.
But
licorice, forget that.
All right.
Okay, this one's weird to me.
Why?
Sardines.
I mean, is it retro? Because every time you went to an old person's house, they had cans and cans of sardines in their cabinet.
I never went to one of those old people's houses.
Yeah, old people do that.
They have cans of sardines
in
their pantry.
Cans of sardines.
Huh. I guess it's a good source of protein.
I guess it doesn't ever go bad.
Well, most things in a can don't.
I mean, it
takes a really long time. Yeah.
I do like sardines. I never think about sardines. I'm not like,
Well, I don't.
I have a hankering for sardines. I might go to the store and buy some. But I like them when I eat them.
They're okay.
You think it's retro?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it isn't to me. I don't know why.
That's odd.
I don't know. I don't understand the sardines. Okay. Shrimp cocktail.
That's retro, but
that's restaurant.
Retro.
That's restaurant retro.
That's restaurant 80s.
Yeah, even before.
Yeah.
70s. It was
80s.
very fancy ass.
Yeah,
especially in the 60s. Shrimp cocktail was very fancy,
and I just don't get it. And I don't get it when people try to do it, like steakhouses do it. Like I'm like,
with them curled.
Why do I want cold shrimp on a glass?
The glass, yeah, with cocktail sauce in the center,
like a soup.
Yeah,
like a lot of cocktail sauce
because you like it a lot.
And I just don't understand that. Now, don't get me wrong.
Wait a minute. Cold overcooked shrimp.
I like cold shrimp in cocktail sauce, but I have no desire to spend $75 on that in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Whatever
It
yeah,
is.
it's not fancy. It was people. I mean, in Oklahoma, it was fancy.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we don't have any water.
Yeah, we
have lakes.
Yeah,
but
no shrimp.
No coast. Okay, finally, last but not least, which is really bad, I think, ambrosia salad.
Did you grow up on that? Did anybody make that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People made it. I wouldn't eat it. It was so disgusting.
Like Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Or like Tuesday.
No. Well, it was more of a fancy thing.
It was more of like a dinner party or
a holiday.
Because
I think it had like coconut in it and marshmallow cream, or I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Maybe it says on here. Canned fruit and marshmallows. Ugh.
And what was the dressing?
It's like marshmallow.
Oh.
They just see.
Oh.
And maraschino cherries, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, isn't that awful?
Is that dessert?
No, it's a side salad.
Pineapple, mandarin orange, marshmallows, coconut, maraschino cherries, banana, strawberries, grapes, pecans, mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
Whipped cream, sour cream, cream cheese, pudding, yogurt, or cottage cheese.
We don't put all that in there.
No, or. It says or.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise or.
That was terrible.
Oh.
But we had lots of salads
I've never eaten that.
Terrible fruit salads like that.
But wasn't that a big deal too? Like,
what?
No, Waldorf.
Waldorf salad.
That's another one,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I had to make a Waldorf salad not too many years ago for a Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, that I went to. It was like, what could I make? We went over to, oh God, what were their names? Joanne, who died.
Yeah.
And Jerry.
Oh, and they requested a Waldorf salad.
They out of all, I mean, it was like, okay, so I was a chef.
This looks better than the other one.
Yeah, but it's still terrible. I was a chef at that time, and they could have asked me to make anything in the world. And they asked me to make Waldorf's. Maybe they thought, if anyone can make it taste good, it's Candace. It's still terrible. I mean, people liked it, but
Waldorf salad is it? And that's from the hotel, right?
Waldorf Hotel.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
Yeah, but that's from like the 50s.
It's retro.
Yeah, it is retro.
A lot of mayonnaise, a lot of weird combos with sour cream, gelatiny stuff.
Yeah.
I
think retro is, I think that we're probably in a time.
Pimento cheese
is retro.
I feel like it is. I feel like it goes with the deviled eggs and the meatloaf.
Yeah, but I don't think pimento cheese ever went out of style here. But I think one of the reasons why retro is, of course, everything old is new again.
Right.
Always. But with the way things are in the world and all the uproar and turmoil, I think that people like to get back to, things that are comforting and warm and fuzzy. And food does that.
100%. 100%. And whatever that retro is for you, because a lot of these are not for me, because I didn't grow up here. It's comfort food.
Exactly.
And if it makes you happy, fuck it.
Eat
it. Because like Candace said, like at the end of the day, shit's going haywire. And if food can bring you so much joy.
Yep.
Now, granted, some of this shit is really bad for you and you should probably eat it in moderation. But, if you're having a little binge session, don't be too hard on yourself. It's just one night. You'll be all right.
Have a martini.
Yeah, have a martini and
some ambrosia salad.
And a meatloaf, and everything will be fine.
So stay fresh.
Retro bag.